God, we're doing this on time every single week, right? Every single week.
Yes, we have.
I'm actually really happy about that because there was a time that we weren't doing this like continuously and consistently, but we're doing that now. People, yes, it's time. This is the WWE Raw reaction tonight, October 31st. Happy Halloween, by the way, everyone listening to us. But it is the MCA Ringside Hangouts. I almost fucked that up. Oh my goodness gracious. Trey, I missed a lot of the show tonight. I'm gonna be completely honest, but how you doing, by the way? Oh, and by the way, too, if you guys are kind of worried, Anthony is asleep right now. He did not watch the show because I think he's boycotting Raw. I think he's doing the Trey thing right now. But,
Can I join him, please?
No, you
Boss
cannot.
man Nick, let me go. Let me go with my shambles. I'm gonna be done with this horror.
No, because you're hired. Oh, man.
God damn it.
Okay, so here's the thing. First off, the stuff I did see, whatever the words, man. The one thing I will say, though, man, I feel as though, like, as far as Halloween shows, because they don't really give a shit about Halloween, they make a big deal about Thanksgiving and Christmas. Halloween, they don't do too much, except for making girls look sluttier than usual. But, man, this was, like, one of the best Halloween editions of Raw I've ever seen, man.
There's only a few things out there. There's only a few things out there. In terms of Halloween stuff, like the new, the New Day.
I thought you like ripped up your shirt like Hulk Hogan and shit, like Halloween, brother.
But the New Day doing like the three faces of Godfather or Papa Shango or the Nation of Domination was pretty great.
Yeah, and I'm surprised. Like, what made them want to do that shit? Like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Like they were just doing that whole thing because they're the leaders of the Survivor Series match, so they were just trying to get everybody called out. Like he called out Rhino and Heath Slater. Like you got the power of positivity versus the power of eggs and gravy. Like making fun of them and everything. And I actually thought. I normally haven't been a fan of the New Day, especially after yesterday's match. Man, fuck that match.
It was a bad ending. Come on, like, did you really hate the Hell in a Cell? Or we're talking about the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view people. I think that's pretty obvious, though. But like, you didn't like the whole actual match, or was it just the freaking like ending?
I'll say it was the weakest match of the night, actually.
Oh, damn it! But yeah, go on. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, it was just them trying to advertise themselves as the leaders of the Survivor Series match because it's happening in 3 weeks, November 20th. So they were just getting their work in and fitting them in the show because you gotta have the New Day. They're the most popular thing ever right now. So
of course, yeah. And then I mean, especially with the Halloween thing, those guys are tailor made to do some weird, funny Halloween shit. I mean, honestly, I was kind of put off a little bit by the Enzo and Cass thing, and then like Buzz Lightyear, like it's cool and everything, but like like, I'm a badass, I'm cool, but I'm gonna dress up as Buzz Lightyear is kind of crazy. But and what's up with all this pumpkin bullshit? Like I would hate to be in the front row having to smell that and maybe get on people and shit.
Well, it was supposed to be a trick or street fight, like kind of like a street fight, but with a Halloween gimmick behind it. It was actually okay. I'm not gonna lie. It was actually pretty okay. I'd probably say it was probably the best thing on Raw tonight, to be honest, because Goldberg started off the show and it was very awkward, to say the least.
Okay, so I read about this. I actually did not see it, but man, when did he start looking like Stone Cold Steve Austin so much? Like, I mean, I know it was just a leather jacket, but dude, like this guy really has formed into Steve Austin. In my opinion, I don't know, man. Maybe that's always. And look how sweaty he is. What the fuck?
Hey, man, he's back in the WWE. He's having to get used to all that sweat and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if Goldberg really sweated that much back in the day. I guess I never really noticed, but
maybe it wasn't high definition. That's probably why we didn't see it.
Yeah, good point. Because back then we were like in 144p. Now we're like 1080. We could see like his whole facial expression change, like in a blink of an eye. Like we see it coming before he knows he's doing it.
And I know this is gonna be, this might sound gay, but here's the thing too that I'm having an issue with as far as like this new Goldberg return and everything, is that I feel like the dude is wearing way too much clothes. Like not to mention the fact that he's older, he's chubbier, he's not as athletic. I'm sure it does not help him wearing all that cloth. Like look how buff, or not buff, but look how puffy he looks. I mean, the guy's wearing a hoodie and everything. Like, that's crazy. Like, no wonder you're sweating, man. No wonder you're breathing all hard on the microphone and shit. No wonder, come on.
Well, I would say Goldberg's actually okay, like compared to back in the day. Obviously, he's not in that great of shape, but I think he's actually in a okay state of mind shape. Pretty much for the match coming up because, like, you got to keep that workout regimen going. And he has a certain workout regimen he's been doing. However, it's like it wasn't match type quality. So now he's having to get himself in match type quality workouts regimen for him to be able to, go against Brock Lesnar because he's going to need it because that awkward thing he did with Rusev, like he barely got out of that. And it was such an awkward thing. And Brock Lesnar is known for going straight for that. So he can't be fucking up come to match with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, and that's why I'm feeling like he should have fought Braun Strowman. And I want to get into that really quick, too, because, okay, so Bill Goldberg is back. Obviously, he's going to be jumping all over people and whooping everybody's ass. But why have this Braun Strowman thing going on when it's not going to lead to anything? Like, why would he want to even be on the Raw team? Like, this is not the like, why would he be like? Him being in this match is fucking stupid. I thought they're gonna move to something where it's like, hey, we found an opponent for him. He's gonna have his first feud soon. It's kind of cool. Now he's fighting everybody on the roster in one match, destroying all of them for something that his character would never even want in the first place. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I really hate that. I really hate that they're dropping the ball with Braun Strowman, man. This guy is like a new Ryback or a new Lesnar or Bill Goldberg. I mean, I don't know what do you think about that?
To me, Braun Strowman doesn't have a character, to be honest, because it seems like ever since he got away from the Wyatt family, he's been trying to find himself, and he's doing the typical Monster Hill thing. Like, pretty much, he's Brodus Clay right now. Brodus Clay from back in the day before the Funkosaurus gimmick. He's just a monster, but he doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, the only thing we know is he's feuding with Sami Zayn, which him and Sami Zayn at the end of the match did have a little thing going on, but other than that, it was mostly just for him to join the Survivor Series team, and it's just kind of like, okay, so why has Sami Zayn be the last person? Why continue a feud that's going to be kind of invalid during Survivor Series unless Sami Zayn interrupts the match to betray Raw to, hurt Braun Strowman, but I doubt that's going to be a thing.
And I don't think anyone cares enough about Sami Zayn for that to happen. The one thing, too, is that I think the biggest problem that Braun Strowman has is that he's the muscle without somebody to be the muscle for.
Right.
Like Kevin Nash was the muscle for Shawn Michaels, but then if you notice, once Kevin Nash got his own and did his own thing, it was like, okay, dude, you need to just fight big guys and have big moments, or else you're the most boring motherfucker on the planet. Like, we don't want to see you powerbomb a guy you can easily powerbomb the end. Like, you're not that interesting. And Braun Strowman has that going on for him, too, which is why I was mad at the brand extension for them splitting him up with Bray Wyatt. Dude, why is he not with Bray Wyatt? I mean, the whole Wyatt family's on SmackDown.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you on that. Like, I was actually surprised Luke Harper came back because there was a while where on Twitter, like, he was making it seem he wasn't part of the Wyatt family anymore. But I guess since Eric Rowan got injured, Luke Harper joined back. But they got some plan for Braun. Like, we don't know what it is. Like, right now, he's just being a monster just to be a monster. But right now, we're just going to have to wait and see. But it's just terrible the way they're building it.
Another thing that I have an issue with, actually, and this is really sad for me personally, because I was really starting to like this person. Not R-Truth, not Goldust, not Curtis Axel, but this guy. Bo Dallas. This guy is on such a good run right now, and he just eliminated him like he was a piece of shit jobber. Like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, WWE's booking. I don't know what they're doing. Like, I don't know if it's just like, because, Raw and SmackDown have different writers right now. Okay. So I don't know what the Raw writers are freaking doing with, like, how you going to have Bo Dallas have such a high momentum, but then ruin it with Braun Strowman, who doesn't really have a thing going. At least Bo Dallas has something going.
And I want to play a little theory thing with you really quick, too, because I'm wondering, okay, so this is what I think is happening. You let me know if you think this is ridiculous or if you agree or whatever. But, like, what I feel the case is there's a bunch of great writers on Raw and a bunch of great writers on SmackDown. Or, for both shows, basically. But the thing is, there's just one writer. And obviously when someone has, like, hey, you do this storyline or you do this segment, it's not, like, consistent every week. So this one shady writer is just jumping off from segment to segment every week doing something different. Because if we notice, Raw will be shitty on something that's, like, a huge moment on the show. But then, like, the next week, the show is amazing, but there's one tiny moment that's really, really bad. Like, it's so bad that it actually makes up for the lack of negativity on the show, and it just brings everything down. Like, there's just one segment every single show that's extremely stupid, shitty, doesn't make sense, no continuity, etc. And I think the same thing goes for SmackDown too. Like, there'll be a women's feud that's going on. It's interesting, great match. The next week they do something stupid like that Eva Marie bullshit. You know, it's like, what the hell?
Right.
So I feel like it's just one writer. It's not the writers. I think it's just one particular agent or whatever that's just fucking things up. Does that make sense to you, or do you think that that's not the case?
The only thing I would add to that, Nick, because I agree to a certain extent, but like, there's always this thing with Raw, and I haven't noticed this with SmackDown. I don't know if that's just my SmackDown bias or not, but it seems like sometimes it'd be like, Raw would be garbage, but then there's always that one segment that's really good. That's something I would add to your theory. That's something that I've noticed at Raw. That's actually a trend lately. Like I'll be pissed off yelling, but then there will be a freaking match. Like, for instance, the whole Kevin Owens thing when he first won the title. Like, that Raw was unbearable to put through. Like, I remember because me, you, and Anthony was watching it. We were pretty like mad and stuff like that. But then when that main event happened, we were on our feet. Like, our tune changed, and it was amazing. And that actually made our score on Raw higher than the normal. Like, we talked shit about the rest of the show, but the main event, we talked good about it. So I just think that's just a Raw trend in general where, like, there's always that one thing that's good, but it doesn't happen all the time. And tonight's the biggest example of that. Like, I really can't think of one segment that was really that good. I will admit this Raw has not been as bad as most Raws have been, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
there was moments that were stupid, but I mean, like, let me ask you this too. Do you give Raw, like, kind of a... I guess like a freebie for being shitty because it is a Halloween episode. Because I feel like Halloween was gonna make this show shit for some reason. Something told me I was like, yep, Halloween. I'm expecting a really bad wrestling show. What do you feel about that?
No, I'm not giving it a pass because, like, the Raws have been bad in general. Like, I'm not gonna make it a holiday be a reason why it failed when it fails by itself most of the time. Like, I can't do that. Like, if it was like a consistent thing that Raw was good and then like the holiday show sucked, then I would understand. But no, like, the Raws have been consistently bad. I don't remember giving a Raw. The last Raw I gave a good review, I think, was when Kevin Owens won the title on Raw. But other than that, I can't think of anything else that I gave Raw a good review on the show.
And we haven't seen Triple H. We haven't seen the continuation of that storyline since. I've never seen, and that's actually the first time in wrestling. Except for the Undertaker and Paul Bearer thing, but like that's the only storyline I've ever seen that just did not end or continue. Like, it's so weird how that happened. It was like this happened, and now Seth Rollins is mad, and there's this storyline, and then it's like, yeah, you know what? Nah. Like, it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
it just stopped. It just did.
Like, this thing with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns tonight, like, I did watch the ending. I mean, I watched a lot of the second half. Like, I'm not giving myself enough credit. I did watch most of the show, and that's why I'm going to be able to give it a rating tonight, too. But the thing is like, that whole, like, Shield thing, they're, like, forgetting the fact that there's no Dean Ambrose. You know, that he's on SmackDown. And they're also forgetting the fact that Roman Reigns has this huge fucking rivalry that never ended with Seth Rollins. Even when they're both face, there's still a championship thing going on with that. Everything about that fucking main feud it's mathematically wrong. It's continuity-wise wrong. Everything is wrong. I feel like Donald Trump at this point. Like, they got the whole fucking thing wrong. What do you feel about the whole main event thing? And what do you feel? I mean, are you excited about Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins coming together in this ridiculous fucking thing?
Hell no. Like, they need to leave that Shield stuff alone. No, what you say?
I was going to say, like, I was about to slap the shit out of you. You said yes. I'm like, motherfucker.
Hell no. No. Like, it doesn't make... I agree with you. Like, awesome. It doesn't make sense. And even then, like, the feud... Like, okay, I will say this about the feud, though. It finished. Like, I thought the feud finished a long time ago. And the thing is that Seth Rollins he made a face turn now. But, like, Roman Reigns, of course he's not going to trust Seth Rollins. He's still going to be weary. Like, he's not going to straight up, like, trust him all the way, which I will give that to Roman Reigns. Like, I don't like Roman Reigns, but I will give it the fact that, you know, he's keeping continuity in terms of, yeah, you betrayed the Shield, motherfucker. I'm not just going to team up with you that quick. But
it's good before you fucked it up, man.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't getting booed. Nobody hated me.
Yeah, you fucked everything. God, dude, you know what? You're right. He was actually getting cheered with the Shield because people were too busy booing Batista. So he did fuck things up like in real life.
Yeah. Yeah, because Seth Rollins, even as a heel, was getting cheers. Like, people love Seth Rollins. He was an amazing heel. He was a heel you loved.
Exactly.
And to the point where he knew how to make you boo him. Like, and that's rare in this day and age.
Yeah. And so that's the thing that was crazy for me, at least. I don't know. And I normally would stop the conversation there and get your rating, but here's the thing. WWE, I got burp. Yes, I'm not editing it out. That's going to stay there.
God damn it!
Yeah, God damn it.
You don't burp on the show!
God damn it. Actually, it's probably what Vince McMahon would be saying if he was in my ears right now, which he is not, thank God. But one thing I want to bring up, and the reason why I'm saving this for last two, or actually, is there something else I want to bring up? Okay, no, actually, there is something else. Yeah, we got to get this out of the way. What the fuck? And he showed me this video this morning. Bruh. This shit. Man, you talk about some horror shit for a fucking Halloween special. This is he looks deformed. Like, I think there should be like some sad music playing, and then doing a documentary like, and no one loved him.
Man, it was just hilarious. And you know the funny thing about it?
Fuck, it's horrifying, dude.
The most hilarious thing about it is they use the actual meme version of, and his name was John Cena. They used the radio station meme version of it, which shocked me because John Cena, in terms of acknowledging that, has never used that. So the fact they acknowledged it finally was pretty awesome. And yeah, but in terms of all that, it was cringy. Like, here's the thing. Every Halloween, Nikki Bella and John Cena has been known to be wearing costumes. Like, one time they did the Dumb and Dumber thing. Another time they were Jabba the Hutt and Slave Leia. So they're real known for this thing. But this Halloween has to be the most creepiest because in the past they never did a video, but with this they straight up did a video of them dressing like each other, and oh, it was so cringy, but it was hilarious
on YouTube, and then probably millions on Twitter. I think I understand why. And one thing too, like I want to bring up this part too is, I mean, John Cena is so, but like, man, Nikki Bella looks great as John Cena.
I know, right?
Holy shit.
Dude, I would believe her to be a gender bent John Cena for real. I mean, hey, she already added the STFU. Dang it, it's not called the STFU anymore. She already added the STF to her move eternal. So
yeah, have her come out there and wear booty shorts and do the John Cena gimmick. I would be, dude. Okay, would you be against that? Honestly,
no.
Like, fuck it. I want to hear that stupid ass like, you can look but you can't touch. It's like, dude, play John Cena's music. It's okay. You guys are married. I get it. Or actually, they're not married yet.
They're not yet. No.
It'll be when the fucking storyline on the show reaches that point.
Yeah, but if she does do it, I want her to go all the way with it. Like, I want her to do nothing but John Cena moves. Like, I want her to do the springboard stunner and the cringy Huna Karana, because I'm a John Cena fan, but this Huna Karana is cringy as fuck.
Yeah, that shit is fucking bad.
Yeah, that leg drop, John Cena, like, I want her to go all the way with it if she did that.
Now, the last thing, the main event of what we're going to be talking about tonight, man, is definitely going to be the Divas. This is a weird time in wrestling, man. The Divas are the main event. Like, for one, before we even continue, how does that make you feel?
I love it, actually.
Me too.
As
like,
somebody who loved... And this is a Four Horsewomen thing again. It's no secret. I'm a fan of all four of them. Oh, yeah. Like, ever since NXT Brooklyn and NXT Respect, like, the Sasha and Bailey, Becky, and Charlotte has made me believe in the women's division again. And I'm loving the fact they're being able to main event pay-per-views. I mean, granted, yesterday's match, as I thought more and more about it, like, it wasn't really main event quality because of most of the botches and stuff, but they did put on a clinic.
But the whole show was not main event quality too, though. That's the thing. It's like granted, I would probably have chosen the Kevin Owens match, but the way that ended, I was kind of like, you know what, man? Like, I'd rather just have Charlotte versus Sasha, because at least there was like so many false finishes. I was kind of like on the edge of my seat the whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, at least it had that going for it in a way.
I mean, they did a lot of spots. Like, a lot of spots that were amazing too. Charlotte and Sasha did. It wasn't up there with the Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins spots, in my opinion, but like, they did put on, like I said, a clinic. Like, even Bleacher Report, like, which is, I go to Bleacher Report like every now and then, but I looked up their reports of it, and they gave it they gave it the best match of the night. It gave it an A++, and I was like, man, like I really didn't see it as an A++ match. Like
Yeah.
I give it like a B, or in terms of our ratings, I give it like a low matinee. But like, I thought Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins was more a low full price than anything.
I agree with that big time, wholeheartedly. Because yeah, man, like I said, I mean, it was cool. It was a good match. You know, I'm not trying to take anything away from that. I personally think it was match of the night, but it's just like when you have the whole Kevin Owens Chris Jericho, and it's like two guys beating up. One guy is kind of like, yeah, is this a match or one of those promo beatdowns? Where it's gonna be no contest, and it's like, hey, come in next week to see what happens next. It's like, this is Hell in a Cell. You guys seem to have an ending to your match. Have a fucking, it's a Hell in a Cell. Like the whole thing about selling Hell in a Cell is that, the door's locked, whatever. Now I know sometimes the door opens. Actually, down here, every fucking cage the door opens and they fight outside. But it's like, just being a wrestling fan, it's like, how was there not a turn? How was there not someone coming out to save the day? Like, it's just, you broke like little rules in wrestling that you shouldn't break as far as like entertainment wise. Then again, it was smart too. I mean, that probably would have really happened in real life if there was a real fight in Hell in a Cell. So it's like, it makes sense to me. But the Sasha thing, and Charlotte, for one, was Sasha on the show tonight at all?
No. Charlotte came out, and gave her promo, her winning promo, and everything. And Bayley came out instead of Sasha. Bayley and Sasha, in terms of the, main roster thing, they're best friends. Like, yeah. I noticed the main roster doesn't really acknowledge the four horsewomen as the four horsewomen. Yeah. They kind of separate them. So, like, Sasha was coming out. I mean, Bayley came out for Sasha pretty much, and she's trying to defend her and calling her a jerk and everything. And then her and Nia Jax had a match to see who would be the part of Charlotte's team of Survivor Series.
Yeah, and I saw that too. And I mean, for one, I don't think Bayley's good on the mic. I really cannot stand how all that worked out. I don't like the mic skills. I don't like the back and forth. Charlotte is overacting like a motherfucker, dude. She reminds me of Ready to Rumble and some of the promos on there. Like, she reminds me of St. Clair. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
He tried to fire Jimmy Keane. Yeah. She reminds me of that motherfucker, like, so bad. Right. But the thing is, man, I'm loving that there's an actual challenge to SmackDown. How the whole promo was about Survivor Series and the Raw versus SmackDown thing. And I was like, okay, how are they going to do this? And they're like, you know what? We're not going to segue into it. We're not going to be, like, clumsy with it. We're just going to be straight up. Like, hey, Survivor Series is coming up. That match is going to happen. So, speaking of the match, fuck you guys. I'm going to whoop all your ass and buy the ticket. And it's like, dude, there we go. Be honest with the audience. Be honest with me. We know that shit's going to happen. Let's not pretend that it just, happened naturally. It's like, no, you guys are going to fight. Let's do this shit. So, I dig that. I thought it was a nice, clever way to get Bayley involved, too. Because Bayley's going to be on the team. She's totally going to be on the team.
Yeah. She is part of the team. And I messed up earlier. I meant to say it wasn't for the Survivor Series match. Bayley and Nia Jax, they're Survivor Series teammates, along with Charlotte, I should say. So, that was a mistake on my end.
And then the last two people going to be involved was probably going to be Sasha Banks and then somebody else. But who else? Maybe Alicia Fox, maybe? Or
I would expect out of Alicia Fox. I think Summer Rae's on Raw. I think Summer Rae might have a chance. Though I hear she's injured. Dana Brooke has a chance. Probably Dana Brooke, actually, or Emelina, which, god damn it.
Oh, that would be bad. Because she's not that good a wrestler, man. And
then Emma?
Yeah, Emma's not that great. Like, she's cool. She's all right. But yeah, I don't know, man. That's going to be SmackDown. But see, that's the thing that's weird is, like, SmackDown has a 2-hour show, half the size of a roster, and have so much better people and women's and tag teams. Like, who did the math on this shit? Like, it's just ridiculous. But,
hey, me personally, being a SmackDown fan, I love it. Because to be honest, to me, SmackDown does have the better women division. And Nick, you just brought up a point that made me think about this.
Wow,
you're right. Like, they're actually doing a real focus on the Survivor Series team for the women. Because it used to be back in the day, they would do that in passing. Like, they wouldn't even hype it up or anything.
It'd be a pre-show match.
Yeah, they would it would be an irrelevant match. Like, there was no hype behind it or anything. So the fact that they're actually doing this right now is actually showing the women division coming a long way. Like, and the fact that Raw didn't have to. Charlotte didn't have to be like women this, women that, blah 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 blah. The thing I've been hating about Raw. I'm actually on board with them doing it this way.
And
So
it was a good to give us a break from Sasha because right now we're still like, for one, everyone's masturbating to her, so that's one thing. But like, but like the main thing too is just kind of like let her take the loss, let her take the L, let Charlotte really enjoy that W, and then next week it's like I'm gonna get my revenge, but it's like nah, bitch, you're already old news, so you need to build yourself back up. But now you got this room for Nia Jax to be built up, Bayley to build up. Dana is not going to be built up to shit. I mean, honestly, if I were to choose personally, I'd still probably pick Emma over Dana Brooke because Dana Brooke, I think it's horrible on the mic and in the ring. I really could not stand Dana Brooke. And it's unfortunate too because I actually used to get her mixed up with Alexa Bliss, so it got that generic white girl syndrome. No offense, but yeah.
yeah, I remember that you did used to do that. I hated that. Like what? They just Alyssa Bliss is smaller than Dana Brooke.
Yeah, a lot smaller. Like now that I'm paying attention more to the women, because the thing is, a big problem too was I only gave a shit about Sasha and Charlotte, and I'm like, yeah, I care about women's revolution, yay, but I don't give a fuck about two people. But when I saw like Carmella doing an okay job, and then the promos that Carmella was giving, and then Alexa Bliss just being sexy as fuck and just being so into like the SmackDown, the Talking Smack thing, it got me back into the women's thing. So I can't wait till Paige comes back. If she comes back, they need Paige bad. And was she on Raw or SmackDown? Which roster was she on?
I think she went to SmackDown.
Okay.
I think I would look it up, but I don't want Paige to come back. I think WWE right now is better off without Paige, and not because of all the crazy shit she's doing, but it's because like her gimmick. Ever since they dropped the anti-diva gimmick, to me, like nothing that she's done on the main roster has really stuck or made an important thing. And even when she did that quote pipe bomb, unquote, like when the whole PCB shit went down, I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, like nothing she's done has really stuck. So, I don't think Paige. I think Paige is done. Like,
all they gotta do is build Alicia Fox, get like one more diva in to take some L's every now and then. You know what I mean? And then the main thing too is they need to split the cruiserweight division, like, and divide it a little bit, because one thing I'll notice is every time they have cruiserweights in there, everyone has to be in the ring together. They can't be just like, 4 different cruiserweight matches. Like, no, we changed the ring, we changed the ropes. We're gonna get you guys' shit out of the way. It's like, stop changing the ring then, guys. Like, just, why can't like some of the cruiserweights fight for the tag team titles? Why can't some of them fight for the United States Championship? Like, cruiserweights are better than, they don't have to be just cruiserweights, man. They're, come on.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, more than that. Yeah, they can be used more than they're separating them, and I don't like that. Like, that's so stupid. Like, I hate the fact they feel the need to change the ropes. Like, to me, that kind of makes me feel like they're like it's like a segregation thing. And I'm like, you guys really don't have to do that. Like, you guys say they're coming to Raw. That's how you guys advertised it. After the CWC, they're going to Raw. Don't separate them then. Let them be in Raw. Don't make it its own special little thing. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, especially when it hasn't really been good. I mean, yesterday was like the first time we've actually praised the Cruiserweight match since he's gone to Raw.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I went back and watched that Brian Kendrick interview for Raw Talk. Show was okay. It was all right. But that dude does not need to have the title. He doesn't need to be on screen. Like, I love Brian Kendrick, man. I love Paul London too, man. That was one of my favorite tag teams during the time where I wasn't really watching wrestling, and I would watch their stuff. So it's not like I got anything against Brian Kendrick, but it's like, dude, you stick out like a sore thumb, and not in a good way. It's just, I don't know. But for me, man, personally, this Raw, I would give it a freaking, I would say 2.5 out of 5. And normally that'd be bad because it's below average. But the thing is, it's a Halloween show. I know that you don't feel the same way as far as like, being okay with it because it's a Halloween show, but it's like, dude, I wasn't expecting a lot. My expectations were low as fuck. And I gotta say that Bill Goldberg's statement was probably the best thing we're probably gonna be getting, because I know it was awkward, I know the Paul Heyman thing, but it's like, something happened. And it was like, if you asked me beforehand, like, hey, what do you think Bill Goldberg's gonna do? I would not tell you that he's gonna hit one guy and then spear the fuck out of Paul Heyman. It's just like, that's nowhere near what I would have thought was gonna happen. So I was surprised to hear and see that, because I watch a YouTube video now. And, hey, man, bravo. So 2.5 out of 5. Could have been better, but there's moments that are amazing. Trey, take it away, sir. I'll let you have the main event. Please don't boycott the shit, but go ahead.
Boss man Nick, please let me boycott. 2.0, 222. This is a 2. I'll say that the highlight of the night was actually the trick or street fight. I'm not gonna lie. I was actually
motherfucker. God
I
damn
was sports entertained. I'm not gonna lie. And like I told you guys yesterday, like Raw has gotten to the point where it's broken me, no pun intended, with the broken Matt Hardy stuff. But it's broken me to the point where I can't even be mad anymore. I just laugh. Like Brian Kendrick versus CJ Perkins was not as good as their match from last night, but it was still okay. The Braun Strowman thing made no sense whatsoever. I actually did miss the cruiserweight match. I will say that I missed the cruiserweight match, the tag team cruiserweight match. Yeah, I missed that. But Bayley versus Nia Jax. Bayley versus Nia Jax. The story of that was kind of weird, and it felt like a rehash of their NXT stuff as well. Because it's like they're making it seem like Bayley and Nia Jax never fought before, even though they fought last year for the NXT Championship. And I'm supposed to believe that Nia Jax can beat Bayley, and this was my complaint last year when Nia Jax beat Bayley as well, because you're like, wait a minute, but Bayley straight up kicked your ass at the last NXT pay-per-view. So you telling me that out of nowhere you like got some kind of power boost like it was Dragon Ball Z, and you can all of a sudden beat her? Like, so that made no sense to me. The Roman Reigns Chris Jericho, hated that in about disqualification. I'm not really liking the Shield comeback thing. I was like, whatever. The Golden Truth segments, fuck them. Charlotte.
That was actually my highlight, just because at least it was like it really used the Halloween thing, man. Like I really did not mind the Goldust and R-Truth thing. I mean, the thing is, I was kind of confused. Like, why are you guys doing this when you guys had the Battle Royal right before this? Like, I just that continuity. I mean, obviously it was like, hey, this is what they did earlier today, or I don't know what the fuck the deal was, but. That was silly as shit, but I had fun. But go ahead.
Yeah, but the Charlotte on the mic thing, I'm not gonna lie, was actually pretty great, and especially in terms of actually showing that the women's division, like, of course, these past year they've been showing them as relevant, but even with the Survivor Series match, a match that they used to not be taken serious on, actually getting serious time, is a thumbs up for me. The Goldberg stuff was, like I said, was awkward. Mick Foley segment was all in all, this Raw gets a 2.0. I'm just laughing in craziness right now. I'm just like, ugh. I can't wait for SmackDown tomorrow. Save me, base SmackDown.
Yeah, so and by the way, speaking of that, man, tomorrow SmackDown, you're gonna be here, right? We're gonna be doing this shit.
Yes, we are.
Oh yeah, so people, you heard it right from the mouth of Mr. Cooper and Anthony. We miss you, brother. We hope that you're away tomorrow and you'll be able to watch it with us as well. But yeah,
can we make a couple announcements real quick?
Oh yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay. So as we said, tomorrow SmackDown. Thursday is going to be the midweek chat attack, correct, Nick?
Oh yeah, 7:30 CST.
And don't forget, guys, the anime night is going to be right after the midweek chat attack. So we're going to be watching the next episodes of K-Ho, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and probably another some more shows that you guys might recommend doing tonight. So we can't wait for that. Saturday is the midnight chat attack.
Absolutely, so, always,
yeah.
every time.
And we get a break on Sunday. So
yeah, no pay-per-view thing. Fucking god, dude. Yeah, yes. But no, people, and speaking of that too, the anime thing, K-Ho, if you guys are very curious as to what that is, I'm actually going to be there for this shit because it's basically Dragon Ball Z but with ass and titties. It's ridiculous. It's fucking weird. These guys are perverts, for one. Trey, nasty. Very nasty. I'm ashamed, okay? You fucking, no more computer passwords. I'm fucking taking this shit down.
I normally don't like shows like that, but the fact of they're taking the shit so seriously, that's what makes it hilarious. Dude, and the studio wants you to take it seriously. Like these girls are literally like using their asses and using like a move like butt hurricane or some shit like that.
God damn. Dude, he's not exaggerating at all. I swear to God, this is 100% truth and honesty. That's what the fucking show is.
Yes, it is. And one more thing. So yesterday, I had a big complaint about the whole Charlotte and Sasha thing about having Mick Foley involved in the promo. Mm-hmm. There actually is a fan-made promo of Sasha and Charlotte using the My Way thing from WrestleMania 17, famous for the Stone Cold and Rock thing. But that promo hyped me up for the Hell in a Cell match. Even after I watched it, better than what they did with WWE, because them adding Mick Foley involved in the promo pissed me off really bad. So I recommend you guys watch that promo. So yeah, that's all the announcements for me.
Oh, nice. And my only announcement basically is, tomorrow night SmackDown reaction review. We're going to be doing that shit right after the show. Don't watch Talking Smack. It's on WWE Network. You can watch that later. Support us and get in a call too. I'm going to put the chat up. I know I haven't been doing that lately, but the return of the chat, and I'm going to put it in the YouTube chat tomorrow night. So everyone's going to be involved. We can see your comments on the screen live as we do the show. And then on top of that as well, if you guys want to come into the call, I'll bring you in. You can fucking argue with me, tell me my ideas suck, and I can say fuck you. It'll be great. But yeah, thank you very much for your guys' views. Make sure to let us know what you guys think of our shows and whatnot. Give us some complaints, compliments, whatever you want to do. That's definitely going to be it. And Trey, Anthony's not here. You know what to do.
Well, channel the spirit of Anthony Wilson. All right, guys, but I need the community to join. I need the community. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Attack the chat.
Pyro. Oh my God.
Don't forget Be the Booker on Friday.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.